Please listen carefully.
Well, hello, universe, and welcome to the Optimist Daily Update. I'm Kristy Jansen.
And I'm Summers McKay.
And we are part of the team behind the Optimist Daily, making solutions the news. We bring you reader-funded solutions news every day in order to change the tenor of news media, social media, and the direction of your day to help make it one focused on solutions.
7 days a week, we publish positive news stories written by award-winning journalists and delivered online to your inbox and through our social channels. And also, we are sharing these solutions in a commute-worthy, walk-worthy, home office-worthy, TGIM-worthy podcast. Today is, in fact, Monday, the 14th of June, 2021. Oh, Kristy. So we always say TGIF, and I got to thinking this morning as I was getting my day sorted out that, you know what, TGIM. You have expressed being an equal opportunist as far as loving every day of the week.
I like every day. Yes.
It's going to be a great week. Good things are going to happen this week. I am feeling optimistic. So, yeah, TGIM. Any big news to report? Anything fun happened for you over the weekend or last week that we forgot to tell people about?
Just that as the restrictions ease and my extended friend group gets their vaccinations done, even the teenagers are now in their vaccinated. It's just so fun to be able to meet up with friends and other people that I haven't really done a lot with.
Yeah.
And to hug again.
Yeah.
For me, that's really important. So over this weekend, for whatever reason, a lot of my close friends or family or extended have birthdays. So I've been doing a lot of birthdays. Mostly outdoors, but we meet outdoors, we have a great picnic, and then we hug each other and the kids play, and it's just so fun to see the kids playing together again.
I know. It's so good. We definitely are enjoying going to places and letting Brennan play on, playgrounds and setting up play dates with kids from her school. And it's pretty exciting. I also did something that I haven't done in almost 2.5 years.
What did you do?
So I got my hair done.
And
anyone who's listened to the Optimist Daily Update for a long time knows that Kristy and I embarked wholeheartedly on our at-home hair dye jobs during the pandemic. And I actually think we did pretty well, right? Like, I think we looked Zoom hot. And, but I did feel like I finally just wanted somebody else to cut and color my hair. And I had it cut once during the pandemic, but all the color had been done on my own. So I went to an amazing hair artist here in Austin, and she's exceptionally talented. She also has this great Instagram where she does before and after pictures. And I agreed, absolutely do before and afters. And so in her description of my before, it was basically like aging grays, postpartum thinning, home box orangey broken hair, revived.
No, it's like, wait, you're not aging. It's like hard to get your mind around. It's like geriatric pregnancy when you're 35, right?
I know. And she was, honestly, I may be filling in the aging, but it was like grays in all caps and everything. And as she was doing my hair, she was like, it's great, Summers. You only have the super, super white grays on the top half of your hair. They turn into lighter, into darker grays on the bottom half of your head. And I was just like, how did this happen? I mean, I love my hair, but it was just this very funny experience of being back in a stylist chair and then seeing it on social media and knowing that, I've looked at all these before and after pictures and been like, oh, she does such a great job. I want her to do my hair. And now that I'm like a before and after picture, I'm like, oh, those poor people, they all had to be before pictures too. So anyway, that was kind of my big funny, I laughed that I need to carry my daughter around with me so everyone knows that I'm not aging gray hair old lady, but I don't want to look like her. I don't want to look like her grandma before she's 5 or 6.
But there's something kind of nice. I have several friends who are in their 60s to 70s who've been coloring their hair for their whole lives. That in this pandemic period have allowed it to go gray.
Right.
And I think they look beautiful. And there's something,
absolutely.
There's something about owning your age and being okay with the transitions in life and where you're at, that I think is something we should think about as women in the modern world.
Well, and one of the things I said to her, to my stylist, was that I wanted like a 4 to 6 year plan of being able to go to gray, right? I want us to look ahead at the colors that we choose. And basically, like, as I move down that road, I don't always want, I want to continue to care for my hair in different ways, but like kind of a runway to gray. So I'm down with a runway to gray. It just was pretty funny. And so back out in the world, dealing with the social anxiety around being back out in the world. Oh, and then I also learned some like young some young terms. We were talking about like Botox, which is not something I've ever done or plan to do, but she was really cute. She's like, yeah, I get a lip flip because I'm extra. And
what?
Yeah, exactly. So then I learned like young people talk. So I guess
that's just something you say. I'm extra.
I'm extra, right? So like, somebody who's fancy, I guess, is extra. Okay. Anyway, so I learned young people's talk while sitting in the stylist chair with my old graying hair.
We're showing our age here.
I know, but that's okay because we are proud of our age, and we are proud of our interest in really fabulous things here at the Optimist Daily, including citizen science. So speaking of social media, we've all heard of like the ice bucket challenge. Well, citizen scientists step up to meet the cicada challenge. Worry not, you are not dumping a bucket of cicadas on your head. Instead, citizen science, which has boomed during the pandemic as curious adventurers seek out new ways to get involved in their local natural environment, billions of cicadas have risen up after a 17-year slumber, and teams of citizen scientists are taking on the task of mapping their path and prevalence through the Northeast and Midwest.
And I love that they're called, this is the Brood X. So I think as us Gen Xers are kind of like owning the Brood X.
Exactly, right? Like this is the Gen X. I'm like Gen X millennial sort of cuspy here. But the Brood X cicada rising and basically comparing it against the data of past years is helping scientists determine how the species has evolved over time and how climate change has impacted the insect's activities. On the climate change discussion, even as we look at our environments and the way that things are different, certainly these species that go through a slumber or, a hibernation, you're really going to get a lot of information from them being in this 17-year period. So, being suspended for those 17 years, kind of a before and after picture.
I kind of feel like we're all cicadas right now, aren't we?
We're in slumber.
No, we're coming out. We're coming out of our hibernation year. You're getting your hair colored for the first time, and people are mapping them. And exactly. I think they took down some of like Biden's press plane or something. When he was flying to Europe last week.
Cicadas, because of the migration, they were part of.
They influenced the flight travel. They were.
Well, this cicadas have, citizen science around cicadas has been going on since the 1840s. Entomologist Gideon Smith placed ads in local papers asking for readers to write in their cicada sightings. So this is a long and storied citizen science effort. It's definitely interesting. Check it out on today's Optimist Daily. And if you want to participate, and you live in an area of relevance, it's pretty exciting. And you too can join the cicada challenge. What else is exciting on the Optimist Daily today?
Speaking of exciting bugs, I guess my article that I wanted to highlight, the headline reads, "Study: Electricity-Eating Bacteria Could Help Fight Climate Change." And there's people at work all over the world trying to figure out ways to mitigate some of the effects of the changing climate and help keep it from continuing to get really out of balance. And one interesting study that's come out recently, scientists from from Washington University in St. Louis have been investigating the potential of microorganisms that are electricity-eating bacteria that may help enhance our ocean's ability to absorb CO2. because one of the things about the ocean is that it's one of the biggest carbon sinks that we've got. And as it's gotten more and more acidified, as it gets more carbon in it, it actually becomes less effective. But these peculiar electricity munching skills of these microbes, which are known as photoferrotrophs, they were previously thought to be almost exclusive to freshwater bacteria, but now it seems that they may be pretty common in marine bacteria as well. And they actually eat electrons. I don't really understand the whole process. I don't know if I can really explain it verbally. It's kind of this cool and interesting thing.
So basically, like, it's super science, and what we just have to imagine is like the bacteria just going like nom, 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 nom. And then it's helping fight climate change.
Right. That's, I guess the bottom line is actually it's kind of cool. In investing in knowledge and research in this kind of natural solution, it might end up helping us.
Well, and exactly. And I think that the only thing I will say about the headline on this one, which is fighting climate change, I actually think that fighting climate change in some ways does seem like this absurd battle, right? Because climate is changing. You can't fight climate change, right? We're not like Don Quixote with our windmills here. What we are doing is stepping into understanding climate change and creating a path toward a more sustainable place to call home, this planet that we live in, and recognizing that we can amend or change the direction of climate change, right? And so that's
kind of like the antioxidants of the ocean, I think.
Exactly. From the like microbial level, everything from what is happening, with the bacteria to what was happening in Ohio with solar panels on Friday, to the women, who launched the circular economy or the circular project around
Nova Loop.
plastics,
My friends at Nova Loop.
Nova Loop, yeah. So from a biological teeny tiny level to big solutions, all of these things are part of the process to heal our climate and make our world more livable going forward. And probably my hair care stories are not that interesting when you think about these amazing scientists who are doing amazing things as well. So, we've got a lot of other stories. There's a good old story about 3 billion trees from South Korea being planted on the Optimist Daily today. There's a ton more. It's Monday. Kristy, we have been chatting forever. We should just go to work. Everybody else should go to work. Thank God it's Monday. Have a great one. And thank you all for listening to the Optimist Daily Update. We promise to continue to share positive, solution-based stories with ideas on how you can participate in this changing world and ensure it is changed for the good. We promise to cover the current events with accuracy, legitimate sources, and offer you the information needed most to chart new paths for all of us. $5 a month, folks. Be an emissary. Support reader-funded journalism. You know you wanna. All right. Have a great day.
See y'all tomorrow.
Bye.